to another Knowing You show. I'm your host, Tiffany Cano, and we have guests today, Louise Swartswalter. So hold on a moment and wait for her.
Welcome to the Knowing You show with blind spot healer Tiffany Cano, a community for empaths and spiritual seekers to open up to more money, love, health, and joy. Money, love, health, and joy. Money, love, health, and joy.
Welcome. We have Louise here. She's a speaker, a master transformational coach, a naturopathic doctor, which I love those, and a frequency medicine pioneer. And as the title of this episode was about frequency medicine, you're going to love it. So she helps entrepreneurs achieve their optimal brain power for success in life and business. So both she and I are woo-woo plus the neuroscience. She's a wizard at blending naturopathy, NLP, kinesiology, trauma release work, and powerful energy work with 30 years of experience helping over 50,000 people. She's the creator of the Brain Soul Success Academy with the mission to change 10 million brains by 2030. And the brain system is a unique multidimensional system that works on the mind, the body, the soul, and energetic field all at the same time to release and let go of your ancestral trauma and letting those results stick and have immediate results now. So if you want to empty out more of the things that no longer serve you, maybe she could even guide us through a little experiential something today as well.
Love to do that.
Louise, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Tiffany. I'm really excited to be with everyone here today and with you. We share, some energy work pieces, but I do a lot of the science too. So as a naturopath, right, and a biofeedback therapist, trauma release, NLP, I've kind of done it all. I've really had 46 years of experience when I look back because I know. I mean, and no one can do that. I mean, I was like, wait a minute, when did I graduate from college? I'm like, oh, I started special ed back then, so I started working with kids with dyslexia and brain stuff and ADHD way back then. And that's how I ended up moving into starting my business. But I crashed myself. That's how I got on that whole path. So beginning, I was a special ed teacher, became a mom, super excited to have two amazing kids. And after Andy was born, I crashed. I ended up on oxygen for 3 years. I had all my mercury fillings taken out in one day. It actually took me 16 years to heal. It's a very, very long, traumatic story. So I had to figure out how to get myself well. And that's how I ended up in naturopathic school and learning all of that. One day I just kind of looked at myself and said, I practically know all this natural stuff already. Why don't I get the paper on the wall?
Healer help thyself.
Why don't I get the certification, right? So that's what led me on to get some more schooling. And it was such an amazing journey because at the same time, I got my first neurobiofeedback device.
Beautiful.
So while I was studying, I was able to see what was coming up on the computer for people and then actually connect that to what I was learning in my, the book learning. Mm-hmm. And it was so cool. I was seeing confirmation every day of everything I was learning. So I was able to assimilate a whole lot of information. And then I ended up starting a business in my house. Literally, it happened because I had dyslexic kids that I was working with to read, write, and spell. It was a physical therapy program for their brain. And I started doing biofeedback on them. And then they said, you need to work on my mom. You need to work on my grandma. And so then pretty soon I had all these people coming to my house. And then I had a friend of mine say, you need an office. And I said, Karen, I'm too scared to have an office. I said, I'm pretty still chemically sensitive. I'm not sure I could do it. So I still remember being in a little bit of fear about that. But I took a leap. I took a leap and I was like, I want to help more people. Now that I'm better, I want to help more people. It took me 16 years to heal. You know, I was a pesticide activist in there, worked with the mayor to sue the state of Illinois. It was a big, long journey. So I ended up,
Wow.
I
I
know.
love that you're a mover and a shaker. You
Uh,
know, it's like being able to let not only the universe say, hey, tap, tap on the shoulder, it's time for you to heal, but then you took it upon yourself to want to help others with the training and teachings and insights that you learned.
mhm,
And I think that's part of, a journey that healers and conscious spiritual folks try to walk, because it's
mhm.
about ourselves. It's how can we also contribute and help others?
Oh, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
what types of things do you help people with?
Oh my gosh. Well, now, so I've evolved a lot over the years. So, like in the beginning, it was a lot of the ADHD, both adults and kids. Okay, and I became a real expert at that. In 3 months, we could get that completely turned around. But it
Nice.
was multi-sensory. So I did, the physical body, give them the right supplements, the right nutrition, and
Mhm.
we did the emotional work, we did the spiritual work, and we did the energetic work. And so what I started to realize is I needed to put that all together as a system. And so years later, it became a brain, I call it the brain system. And each one of those letters stands for an acronym. So B is the body piece. So today I help entrepreneurs clear their blocks for success using this system. And I'll describe those acronyms again. It's B is body, R is release, A is align with spirit, I is integrate, and N is putting in the new program. So typically today I get entrepreneurs who are stuck, or may they have some adrenal fatigue or some things going on too that doesn't allow them to have the energy that they want to
Mhm.
really put into their businesses, or they're really stuck with a money piece because I'm really good at manifesting, and helping people do that. So we will clear those blocks for them to create the gifts and get their gift out there in the world that they really want to get out there
Well,
and
maybe
shine.
that could be something that you guide us through in
Sure.
this episode, if you're willing to do so. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are concerned with our economy and, just got done
Mhm.
with that government shutdown, and there's a lot of money gremlins, for lack of a better word,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
scarcity, fear, blah, blah, blah. So that would be great, which we can do, in a little bit later. And how else do you help people?
Well, I use my brain system, which is it's really multidimensional, and I use neurobiofeedback. So I was one of the first frequency medicine doctors out there. I trained a lot of people in the biofeedback device that I had, and then I bought more. So every time a new one would come on the market, so I have 5 devices and 8 computers all over my house.
I
Somebody will
love
call me and be
that
like, "Hey,
feedback.
and so I'm kind of like I guess I became obsessed with that world, if you will. And so
Absolutely.
everything is energy, everything is frequency, and your DNA is even a photon light. It emulates light. So really we are light beings, and that's the piece that I blend with the science. So that's what people don't really, I guess, understand is there is a brain soul connection. And if your brain isn't working right, but you're not connected to your 100% soul truth, you will struggle and have a hard time achieving your goals, especially as a business owner or an entrepreneur, or a mother or a wife, right? Whatever role you're in, it is about getting people back to 100% their soul truth. So I'm good, Tiffany, at figuring out, and we'll do this right now, figuring out the pieces of the puzzle for each individual or even a group. I do this in big groups too, where you're stuck.
Mhm.
Right? Is it a womb issue? Is it age 7? Is it great great grandfathers? What is the issue we need to clear for you to be 100% your soul's truth and to be aligned and to create the money that you want. Right. So
Beautiful.
over the years, I've made like $3.2 million. But as a teacher, I made 19,000 a year. Right. And money wasn't even my goal, and it still is not my goal. I can help people get there, but I do it for the impact. I want to see the transformation. I love watching people change in front of me. And we take before and after pictures
I
because
love
they look so different because we're clearing years and years of stress that they didn't even know they had.
Mhm.
Right? And we so need
There's
them
so much
today.
emotion that gets trapped in people's faces. In my chronic facelift program, well, that's the technique. It's my love yourself beautiful. It's like going in and clearing out all those traumas and fear and stress and worry and grief out of people's face, and then
Mhm.
like infusing some frequencies to rejuvenate, and they look like 5 to 15 years younger. So I think it's really cool when we can do before and after pictures, because so much of our woo woo energetic stuff is intangible and invisible unless you're clairvoyant. And to have, something that people can actually see is really nice.
I agree, and you know what? I don't call it woo-woo, though, because what I do is based in science. I'm actually working in the energetic field of the brain. So there's capacitor rings around your brain. It's sacred geometry, but
Hmm.
it's also physics, right?
Nice.
It's quantum physics. And so you have rings around your brain. And when they're off balance, you'll be off balance. And so the codes that I do in the field were created by my teacher, Dorothy. They changed those rings around the brain. So much so that an integration called the miracle integration helped
Mm.
so many. And this was when I was beginning. Now I do it with adults. But in the beginning, I watched those dyslexic and ADHD kids actually read better, focus better, have better memory. Like all kinds of stuff happened for them, and it was just it was literally a miracle, and it was
Mm.
the energetic work I was doing.
I
It was
love
a miracle integration. So it's actually changing those rings around your brain.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
will you guide us with, something with abundance?
with abundance, absolutely. So here's how we. So here's how I usually start. So this is like called, I'm going to kind of do like a mini brain system session right now. Okay.
Okay.
So may I use you as a surrogate for the group, the audience here?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask you, Tiffany, to give me a sentence about what you want to have change or be different around abundance.
Hmm. I want to receive a lot more in passive income.
I receive more passive income. Okay.
'Cause I have so many online courses and products that I really like them to sell better.
Okay, so I receive more passive income and my online products sell easily. Is that
Hmm.
what you want to say? Okay.
And
Yeah, is there another piece to that?
say the sentence again one more time.
So you said you receive more passive income and your online products sell easily. Is there another piece to that online products that sell
The
easily?
more passive income, like it needs to be, like an abundance of passive income or something.
So I receive an abundance. I receive an abundance of passive income. Okay, so we're changing this a little bit. An abundance of passive income from, and my online products sell
Easily and consistently.
easily and consistently. So if that's happening, what will you tell yourself then you're not telling yourself now?
Um, I can do it. People value me and my work and are willing to pay for it.
Awesome. So I tell myself I can do it. People value me and my work, and are willing to pay for it.
Yes.
Awesome. So if that is happening, how will you feel?
Happy, joyful, like I'm in the flow with the universe, more open and receptive to the divine bounty.
To the divine bounty. Awesome. Okay,
And
so
and to clarify for our audience, even though you're working with me, they can be open and receptive to this for them too, right? Kind of
absolutely.
as a group.
Yeah. So if your goal is anything, if you're listening and you have any kind of goal around abundance, it could be an abundance of good health. It could be an abundance of money. It could be you want to manifest better relationships or a new relationship. This will fit. So you just have to kind of like gear it towards your intention. And I invite you, if you're listening, to hold your intention. And hi, Denise. It's so nice to see you here. I actually wrote your name down from last night. When Debbie did the call. Um, anyway, so yes, you want to hold your intention for whatever your abundance is. And the bottom line we got was that
Well, looks like there might have been a little glitch with Louise and her Wi-Fi. So I'm bringing her back up now. Okay, go ahead, Louise.
okay, so what we're doing is your goals or intentions were these. So I'll have you say these again out loud for the room. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do something called a soul tie box. And I'm going to put that energy in the box, and then I'm going to intuit and figure out who or what is pulling you away from having that.
Okay,
Okay. And
great.
then we're going to integrate that. So say I receive um, an abundance of passive income.
I receive an abundance of passive income.
My
Can it be
online,
active and passive? Can I say active and passive?
oh, sure. I receive an abundance of active. Oh, that's good. Good idea. Active, yes. Receive, yes. I receive. It's always very playful, Tiffany. This is, I always find that the biggest transformation happens when we're in like more of a play mode.
Yeah.
Right? So say I receive an abundance of active and passive income.
I receive an abundance of active and passive income.
My online products sell easily and consistently.
My online products sell easily and consistently.
I tell myself I can do it.
I tell myself I can do it.
People value me and my work,
People value me and my work,
and they're willing to pay for it.
and they're willing to pay for it.
And I feel happy and joyful, and I'm in the flow.
And I feel happy and joyful and in the flow.
And I am open and receptive to the divine bounty.
And I am open and receptive to the divine bounty.
Okay, so I basically took all those and put them in the box. And then I'm saying, who or what is pulling you away from that? And I'm using muscle testing. And if you don't know what muscle testing is, it's a way to go into the intuitive field and actually test the strength of a muscle to find out if it's truth or not truth, right?
Okay.
A yes or a no. And so I'm just saying, hey, how many strings do we need to clear on this issue? 1, 2, 3. There's at least 3 strings. Okay, so then I take and I just draw 3 strings out from the box.
Okay.
Okay, then it's an intuitive process where I'm just going in the field and figuring out what's blocking you from having that, right? So is this a male, female, or a situation? It's a situation. Is it recent or old? It's an old situation. Is it an old situation with Tiffany? Yes. How old is this? Is when you were a kid? No. Teenager? No. Before that, yes, the womb. Was this when you were in the womb? Can I get the trimester? 1, 2, 3, 4. It was either the 3rd or the 4th trimester in the womb. So then we say, if that's the 3rd or 4th trimester in the womb, what are the words that were in that or emotions that were present at that time Probably for your mom, or could have been family too.
She was afraid to deliver and ended up being in labor with me for 56 hours because she wouldn't dilate her cervix out of fear.
Okay, so wouldn't
So
dilate.
I ended up being a C-section.
Okay. Okay. So we want to clear that energy from that time period because that's affected you now, achieving the abundance you want in your life.
Excellent.
And so fear is one of the words, and I just have cheat sheets of words. And fear is there,
Mhm.
devastated. It's kind of like if you speak the truth will set you free.
Set me free, baby. Set me free.
We're setting you free today. Awesome. Let's go fly a kite, right? Fear, devastated, off balance. Let's see what else we got. Here, 1, 2, 3. Grief.
Hmm.
So fear, devastated, off balance, grief, indecisive. Now, these could be her emotions or your emotions.
Okay.
Is there another word we need to name? A through M, M through Z, M, N, O, O. Oppressed? No. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed. 56 hours of labor. You didn't want to come out.
I did. She didn't.
You did.
Banging on the door with her cervix like made too small.
Too small. I know. Me too. Me too. I get it. It stole your. It was a thief, and it stole your hope, the vision of what you thought would be
Hmm.
good karma, trust. So we're reclaiming those. So what I ask is, was it a liar, thief, or fraud? Did it kill, steal, or destroy? And those came from John 10:10 in the Bible. And what they do is they clear the brain and the soul connection. So it ends up helping people get back to being 100% their soul truth. When you're 100% your soul truth, you can do anything you want. So it also stole confidence. So we're reclaiming confidence, letting go, optimism, and triumph, your triumph. And then I'll just say a quick little clearing statement. This is called access consciousness, good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, POVX and beyonds. So it just kind of clears more energy. So do we successfully clear that string of the third or fourth trimester? Yes. And about the birth trauma. So is the next one a male, female, or a situation? It's a situation. Recent or old, another old situation. Something with Tiffany. Yep. Something when you were a kid. Yes. 5 through 10. 5, 6, 7. I think you were 7. So was this just you alone at age 7, or was something with mom, something with dad? Okay, and if you're listening here too, it could be age 6, 7, 5 for you too. This is age 7, and I think it's with your dad. Remember anything at age 7 with dad?
My parents got divorced.
Okay, so there was a divorce at that time.
Um, I think so. I mean, both my parents had boyfriends. And I remember we ended up moving. I think what was hardest was that when I would have my every other weekend visit, my dad would get a babysitter while he was like going to a party or something, and I was
Mm.
left fending for myself or with a babysitter, you know?
So a band.
Mhm. Louise's Wi-Fi keeps going in and out. Come back, come back. Okay, here you
Lack of control, fear, Were there entities in the field at the time?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Here, here, here. So the entity that I got was one of them is unscrupulous.
Ooh.
I mean, your dad was not being what he could be for you. Even if he wanted
Also,
to be, even if he wanted to be, there was something about that time for him, you know?
well, also when I was a kid, he would play horror movies, and I literally had nightmares for years.
Okay. So horror. Um, were there addictions involved?
Some of his friends had addictions, but
Okay.
I don't think he did.
So the entities that I get are unscrupulous, shame, and emotional vampire.
Okay.
And there's lack of control, abandon, betrayal, fear, lost, vulnerability, anger, longing. All of that is a liar, thief, and a fraud on you. So it's a liar, thief, and a fraud, killing, stealing, destroying. So it destroyed your vision of what you thought would be.
Okay.
You didn't expect that, right? And
No.
your comfort to live in.
It affected my safety.
I was just going to say that your safety for sure. Your safety, your confidence, your vindication,
Hmm.
right? It's almost like, does Tiffany really matter there? We always have to clear those places where you weren't not vindicated for you to have abundance in your life. And we all have them. Sometimes they're from a divorce or an abuse or a something, right? Or a sibling rivalry thing. We all have these. So as you're listening to this, if you're listening, this is Tiffany's, right? I'm going into her field today. But a lot of times people will email me later and go, you know, that thing you did on that woman? Well, guess what? That was my dad or my mom, you know? So, you know, you might find that this is resonating in some way for you too. And if it isn't, that's okay. But it is going to affect more than just Tiffany here who are listening. Yes. And so we're going to clear the shame, the unscrupulous, and that emotional vampire entity. So those are no longer allowed. If they're still in your field, if they're still in your energetic field, they're still attached to you or in any kind of, you know, connection between you and dad, we release those now and let those go. They
Yeah.
can't be attached to your abundance or anything. Get out now in the name of God, Jesus, your higher power, whatever your higher power is. Go now and go to the light. Rakma. Ha!
Big on.
Awesome. Hopefully you felt something. Did you feel something move?
Yeah, I did feel some stuff leave my energetic field.
Good. Awesome. Did we successfully get that? Yes. Do you have pictures in your mind? Are you still seeing something from age 7 as we're talking about this?
Horror movies like Poltergeist and Freddy Krueger and the birds and the being sucked down the drain.
Let's clear those. Let's clear those visuals. I don't want you to hold those in your mind. Here's what actually happens, and this is sort of the science behind this. Is we actually hold those pictures in our brain, and they take up space in the brain, and they don't allow the flow of what you want to have flow, the positiveness, right? And so there's something a lot of therapists use called EMDR. I find though that when it's done with a soul tie box, with this whole process in a multisensory way, it sticks better.
Nice.
Okay.
I love
So
EMDR.
so I want you to just picture those scenes that you're seeing, and there might be one, two, three, or four in a row, like you're seeing a little comic strip, you
Yep.
know? And then keep your head straight, but watch my fingers at the same time with your peripheral vision. So your eyes are going to follow my fingers as you see those pictures, Tiffany, and the emotions that came up, that fear and that horror. Okay, and just kind of watch my fingers. Then we're going to look up to the ceiling, down to the floor, and then angle your eyes sort of to the right and down. So you're going to kind of look to the right side and down, and then to the left side and down. Good job. Then come back to center and then make a circle with your eyes like you're circling a clock. And the other way. Awesome. Good job. And then let's tap the bottom of your foot. So just take an open hand, doesn't matter which foot, and just kind of hit your foot. Good work. Should be a little fuzzier or lighter, like we moved something. Is it?
Mhm. Yeah, it's fuzzier, more distant.
More distant. Good. Okay. Um, all right. So I got that. We're supposed to do this third string, and then we're going to rewire your brain and your energetic field with these intentions and goals. Okay.
Fun.
So there's one more string, a male, female. It's another situation. Is it recent or old? It's an old situation. I don't want to show you my paper because it looks like a beautiful mind. It's scratched all over, but this is an old situation. Let's see what it is. Um, Kid, teenager, ancestral. So mom's side, dad's side, something on your dad's side. How far back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 generations.
Hopefully her.
So where we were, I don't know why the internet keeps coming in and out, but it was an old situation, 8 generations back with your dad's side. And the words that I got are rigidity, unprotected, burdened. So this is great, 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 great grandpa or grandma. Interference. Wow, this is important for you. Interference. Is there another word? B1, 2. Lack of control. Confusion. Horror. I feel like they had hard times. That's just how it feels, you know? Overwhelm. That's come up a lot. Then shock. My teachers taught me we always have to clear the shock. Okay? So is the shock buried in an organ system or a brain part? The shock is actually in a brain part. Let's find the brain part. Where's the brain part? Yep, it's important to find where that is. It's in the pineal. So I'm going to have you take your hand and just go down your corpus callosum and say, I release shock in the pineal. I release the 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 shock in the pineal. And I easily release the shock in the pineal. Good job. Did we get that? Yes. So all of this, liar, thief, is a thief on you being able to receive that abundance that you want. Having those online classes go well, killing, stealing your hope, your love, your freedom. Enlightenment. So you're going to reclaim more of that. And your triumph. It's time for you to have your triumph. Absolutely. Yes. And your security, right? That feeling of security and safety. Security and safety. And letting go and letting God, right? Whatever God means to you. Do we successfully clear that?
Oh, she's frozen again.
Grab a book real quick, okay? to do a reading for this.
Sure. I love that tree in our background, that tree of life, and the plants. Just having a squirrel moment. Waiting
I do too. That was a great find years ago. And it was a blank wall, and a friend said, "You need something on that wall behind you."
for-
So I'm going to do a reading on it. So sometimes for an ancestral clearing, we have to do a reading. And this is Love Without End, Jesus Speaks by Glenda Green.
Okay.
And she's an artist that painted that picture. It's not really a biblical book. It is more a spiritual book, but the whole book was Jesus was talking to her while she was painting.
Beautiful.
Okay, it's really an awesome, awesome book. Beginning, middle. It's something in the middle. Is it 135 to 145? Give me a page number 135 to 145.
Denise, I'm glad this session is helping you too. Just saying. You can chat all you want.
Oh, that's great, Denise. That's awesome. Yay. So give me a page number, Tiffany, 135 to 145.
139.
139. Okay. Let's see. Top, middle, bottom. Okay, we're going to have you tap on your thymus gland or rub gently here. So the thymus gland is that bump underneath that notch in your neck. It's the seat of the soul, also your immune system gland. And this reading is going to clear the other layers of this 8 generational string. So it says, it's not true there are layers of density through which you must work as you move upwardly toward a spiritual life. Spirit is not an aspect of dimension, but rather an integrated part of existence. Within the unity of one spirit, all of your perceptions of density simply become irrelevant and fade into an array of many possibilities. You are not surrounded by rings and levels of density through which you must evolve your life if you are able to be with God and return to your true self. Those who hold such beliefs approach life as an endless set of conditions with ever more requirements to be met. For them, life is an involvement with structure and the service to it. Ironically, such beliefs are often held most strongly by those who've had the greatest struggle and disagreement with structure. Their viewpoint upon structure and infinity are quite fixed by their failures in commanding it. Wow. Did we successfully release that old energy? Yeah, was that being held by your ancestors? Yes. Now I'm just curious because I know you, Tiffany. Was Tiffany holding those? No. Were they in her field? Yes. Those were ancestral patterns in your field, that rigidity that we cleared, getting you to feel safe again, right? And secure and confident, right? And have that higher level frequency that you want and the abundance from it. Absolutely. Yay! Did we successfully clear that? Yes, we did. All right. So we kind of did sort of taking the trash out, if you will,
I
right?
like it.
Like it. How are you feeling right now? Let me check in.
I feel like some stuff is still rejiggering and a little bit of a headache, but I feel like it's just kind of stuff moving.
Okay, yeah, I think we'll take care of that with the integration. So
Okay.
now what we're going to do is, but thank you for sharing that with us. And if you're listening here too and you feel something, that's okay. What I often notice is sometimes after we do this, is people kind of come down a little bit because we're digging all the stuff up. And now I'm going to bring you back up. Okay. So now I'll have you say these again, and we're going to integrate your intentions or your goals. So say, I receive an abundance of active and passive income.
I receive an abundance of active and passive income.
My online products sell easily and consistently.
My online products sell easily and consistently.
I tell myself I can do it.
I tell myself, I can do it.
People value me and my work.
People value me and my work
and are willing to pay for it.
and are willing to pay for it.
I love that. I feel happy and joyful
I feel happy and joyful
and in the flow.
and in the flow.
I am open to receive
I am open to receive
the divine bounty.
the divine bounty.
Awesome. Okay. And then we're going to integrate it. And so the first thing we're going to do is balance polarity in the body. And you did this with me the other day too. This is one of the mind gems, though. It's 12 little exercises that balance the brain rings around the brain. And so we're balancing right and left or the polarity in your body. So just breathe here as we do this and be open to receive that abundance that you desire. And then we switch arms. So we hold it for 12 seconds and then switch. Good. Okay, then you can rest your hands, and then you're going to hear me say some codes, and I'm doing circles around your body. I'm in the field. I'm in the energetic field. And I'm going down your left leg, and I'm saying 2, 3, love. 5, 3, forgiveness. 6, 5, choice. 9, 2, freedom. 4, 2, greater love. Then we're going to come down your front, and I'm going to circle down your front. 4, 2. I think I'll have you say this. Say, I have positive self-worth.
I have positive self-worth.
2, 2. Say, I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed.
4, 4. I choose to live in joy.
4, 4. I choose to live in joy.
And 6, 2. I choose to live by the higher laws.
6, 2. I choose to live by the higher laws.
Excellent. And then 1, 4, 7 on your backside. Have you look at my X.
1, 4, 7 on my backside.
And then just look at my X.
Yep.
And then I'll do the codes. You don't have to say them.
Okay.
4, 5. I'm putting that on your left hip. 9, 6 is in your left armpit. That's the consciousness ring. Over the top of your head, 9, 6 is the cranial ring. 8, 6, 6, 8, 3 to 9, 26 complete cycles, 5,859 times. 2 to 8, 23 complete cycles, 2,623 times. 375, 377, 45, 86, 469, 467, releasing trauma. 10578, 28775, and the shock 123, place with peace 52, 5 to 1137, complete cycles 87,357 times, 2 to 8, 24, 32 times. 42, 22, 44, 62, 67, 67, 67, 67. Yay. Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Worthy of prosperity. Worthy of
how I find it.
prosperity. Worthy of prosperity.
Yeah, things are still processing for you. Good job. Thank you, Tiffany. So I want to lock this in. So say, I feel happy and joyful and in the flow.
I feel happy and joyful and in flow.
And I am open to receive the divine bounty.
And I am open to receive the divine bounty.
Awesome. And we're going to lock that in. So I'm going to have you clasp your hands above your head. And then don't let me pull them down. If I was with you, I would try to go like this and pull them in front of you, and you would just stay strong. Okay? Good job. And then we're going to cone your fingers on your right hand. Make a circle in front of your heart and say 2, 2.
2, 2.
I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed.
And then tap your belly button 8 times. And that locks in those intentions. What we did is we re-energized your brain and your whole energetic field and put those rings back in balance so that you could be 100% you to receive that abundance you desire. Yay.
Nice.
Yeah, you're more aligned.
I
Can you
am.
feel that?
Hmm.
Yeah, you're more aligned and you're calmer. There's like a different energy, like you're aligned up.
Hmm. I have a slight headache, but I still feel good. And it's probably
Okay.
just things rejiggering, you know?
Okay, let's just ask, is there something we can do to move the headache? Where's your headache? Where is it?
Front.
Front, so frontal lobe. Is there something in the frontal lobe that we need to release? Yes. Is it also a string? No. Is it words? Yes. Is it one, two, three? It's three. Three words. It's highest interest to do it with words, highest interest to do with integration, highest interest to do with a reading. Reading, same book. I don't know, I'm supposed to do a reading. Okay. Beginning, middle. Give me a page number 140 to 150.
143.
143. Top, middle, bottom. Let's just put the love back in there, right? Because I feel like that's like having to do with the shock and the not feeling safe. And so again, tap on your thymus gland. It says, through the one spirit, all beings of love everywhere are exerting an influence on each other. Sometimes this is recognized and felt directly, and most often it is simply received as resonance or harmony, which one chooses to accept or ignore. So we're going to pull out anything that's in that frontal lobe that's still hanging on from the past and just release it and let it go. And so, what I'd love you to do is just take your hands up like this and kind of flick it and say, and let it go. Say, let that past go. It's not me anymore.
Let that past go. It's not me anymore.
I get to be me,
I get to be me,
the divine, amazing being that God created me to be.
the divine, amazing being that God created me to be.
Excellent. Okay. 2, 3, love, 5, 6, 9, 3, 4, 2, greater love. 4, 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, 2. Okay. Did it lift a little bit, Tiffany?
It did.
Good.
Um, like here is better. My eyes are still wonky, but it's clear in the frontal lobe.
It's clear in the frontal lobe. Anything to do with the eyes? Is it just positive points and clearings? Let me just dedicate these. 2, 3, love. 5, 3, forgiveness. 6, 5, choice. 9, 2, freedom. 4, 2, greater love. 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, 2. It's old trauma. 10, 5, 7, 8, 2, 8, 7, 7, 5. And the shock. 1, 2, 3. Place with peace. 5, 2. 7, 7, 2. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Code. Awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
clearing out now.
Is it clearing out? Good.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That was important for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no idea we would be doing such a big session today. I thought, like a little 5-minute something. I mean, normally the show's 25 minutes total, but I'm like, this is awesome. I'm going to keep going, you know? So, yeah, I'm feeling good. Standing in my power. Okay. Thanks, Louise.
Yay! I'm so glad that we did that today. That's really awesome. That was important for you. For sure. You may process a little bit. I'm going to give you some homework and give everyone here homework.
Okay.
To help yourself process 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to actually process for the next week,
Okay.
for the next 5 days. So every day I want you to do mind gems.
Okay.
And mind gems is 12 little exercises that balance those brain rings. And you can get them on my website, louiseswartswalter.com. And they're right there at the top.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
Wonderful.
and we did a couple of them. So we just did this one. You
Mhm.
had me do this one the other day. It's a little different than what you do, but it's just putting your fingertips together. This
Mhm.
one is present time, and then we switch hands.
Mhm.
And then there's a clearing fear one where you cone your fingers, and it's right over left occiput, left over right behind your head, and then you switch it.
Mhm.
So there, and they you hold them for 12 seconds. They literally take 5 minutes to do.
Nice.
Okay, so mind gems every day is an awesome, you know, way to process and a great hack too, brain soul hack.
Nice. Um,
Thanks, Denise, for all your confirmation here. Yes. Um,
love it. Thank you. And um, in the show notes, I put the link for your giveaway that you have right now. So will you tell people a
awesome.
little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. So if you're here and you're listening, and or you're listening to this later, we have a giveaway that's going on all the way through December 21st. And a giveaway is just where you have an opportunity to put like an opt-in in a platform and give it as a gift. And so it's a list building activity. You can build your list with amazing, successful entrepreneurs that are going to help you, in your own business. And we've called it the Quantum Prosperity Accelerator. So we've got some great gifts in there too. So my success blueprint will be in there, as well as a meditation, an abundance meditation that I've had such great results with people. So you want to grab those free gifts. So you want to sign up for this giveaway, and we'll put the link here in the show notes for you. And look forward to having you with us for that, because again, it's such a great opportunity, especially as we're jumping into 2026 here, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And my gift is using the quantum empowerment technique to help entrepreneurs, coaches, and healers get more aligned with prosperity and abundance and confidence and, ready to be more visible in their business. So you can grab that gift as well. And there's many others in there, and it's free. So pick it up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And I'm excited. I'm excited for that, Tiffany, as again, helping people really launch, right, 2026, your goals for what you want to create in the new year here. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
And as another little something to put out there, to keep the energy moving and grooving, I'm also doing a Stepping into Your Power program starting December 29th through January 2nd, where I'm doing guided walking meditations together. So I'm
Mhm.
really excited for that. If you just go to HPP academy.com, there'll be some more details and info, or it's on my social medias, which you're already watching that. So from there, so you can take a look. But that'll be fun. And my Love Seen Heard TV show airs every Monday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern time on places like Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Logic, LG, e360tv.com. And I do watch parties. So if you want to be a part of my Love Seen Heard community and do the weekly watch parties, then go to loveseenheard.tv and you can RSVP there for free. And it'll be fun. Lots and lots of fun. my my show, Louise, is now on IMDb, and you know, um, it's going to be really great. So
That's awesome. Congratulations.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do special effects with energy so people can actually see energy.
Mhm.
And I'm doing healings and things like that and really cool visuals. So, okay. Well,
Yay.
thank you for coming today and the exquisite healing, and much love and blessings.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you very much, Tiffany. Yes. Have a great day, everyone.
All right. Bye for now.